All right.
I'm making
Come
sure
on
that
now.
I'm a viewer.
And there it is.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go lurk in chat and talk shit. See you guys.
No,
Okay.
you stay. Oh,
He can stay.
yeah. Why? He should have stayed.
He
Then
can
why'd he
hop in
leave?
and out as he
Yeah.
pleases. He will. There will be
Brock
something
does.
where we're not reacting to in the chat, and he'll jump on in and be like, "What the fuck?"
He's such a good shit talker. Dude, he
Well-
was giving me a blast of shit. I was just hanging out on Manny's stream last night. He was in rare form.
Why is that only signed by Ben? What the fuck?
Dude, this was on the Acme shelves, just signed like
Oh
this.
my god. What am I, chopped liver? Jesus Christ.
I
Hey,
think
I don't. Sam, does this make you feel better? Both of mine signed by you and Ben. Does that? I got signatures on both, so.
I'm right here with you, dude.
I blame Scout Comics for the lack of Sam's signature on this one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what we're gonna blame.
I can't. Ben and I can't speak to that, or else we'd have to forfeit
We
$1,000.
We'll talk shit on your behalf. Don't worry. I have no problem
okay.
talking shit.
We can feel.
It's you guys.
I just want to say, if you do talk shit, Sam and I have zero opinions on it whatsoever.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
There's no opinion.
yeah.
Fair enough.
Zero opinion.
The views of the streamers are not the views of the interviewees.
That's
And
right.
we'll put that disclaimer out. So even if they nod and agree and laugh along, they do not agree with anything that we're saying. Got you covered.
No, I'm not.
Your
That's the
opinions are
law.
your own.
That's the law.
I'm gonna look over there.
Well, we've sufficiently rambled for a couple minutes. Welcome to the stream, everybody. This is MBG Live with the Mouthbreathers Guild. Every week we talk about comics, and some weeks we get to talk to really cool creators like this week. Joined with us today are Sam ROMESBURG and Ben Roberts, the writers of The Comics You See Before You, Rock and Roll Hell, and Children of the Grave. Welcome, boys. How you doing?
What's up, dude?
It is an absolute delight to have you on. Both returning guests. Love having all the homies on the stream. But yeah, as we always like to do, introductions also for the fellas who are not our special guests. Ben Hill on camera up there, artist extraordinaire, and then Manny, he's just a voice on this stream. He's streaming on his own.
Yeah,
The
I'm
Manny
not
draws.
important at all. Yeah.
Stop, dude.
Alex
be
said
nice to my
he's gonna
be nice to my
disregard.
friend.
In the chat, we've got Brock the Dealer, and we've got Design Time, aka Alex. All the
boys.
homies. We love it.
The homies.
So I think we should start with Rock and Roll Hell first. That's what I'm gonna say.
Okay.
Okay,
We can legally say whatever we want about this.
Yeah,
I can
And-
say
There you
anything.
and it's only because like Children of the Grave, because we're only doing issue 1. There's like questions that arise. You know what I mean? We don't have a full story here, so I want to kind of dig into that after that. Whereas we have a kind of complete piece here with Rock and Roll Hell.
Sam, are you pushing your biceps out?
Are you flexing right now?
Not at all. Okay, I can't do that no more. I'm crossing, baby.
Ben is tightly flexing right now.
That's for
I can't, dude. I want to be as big as him. I just can't do it.
that's for Brock. No. Dude, you're shredded though. I have a fupa. I can't be. You got
All right, let's
me.
talk about comics. Sorry.
He's a beefcake. Beefcake.
Rock and Roll Hell. First impressions. Ben, why don't you start us off?
Oh
First
shit.
impressions?
Oh,
That Ben.
that Ben. The one who's reading, not the one who's writing.
Yeah.
Ben Hill.
Me, the one that is consuming the property, as opposed to you, who did the excellent work along with Sam. I have to say, like, this book was just a shit ton of fun. Like,
Yeah.
How can you not have fun being able to draw angels and a drunk Jesus, and just like lay waste to everything, and what's gonna save humanity? Freaking rock and roll and Satan. I mean, dude, it was. I absolutely loved it. I mean, I think there's the right amount of. You kind of get the record label guy in the background, which just set up for the perfect. Like, that's the one dude that should die. I would say that's probably the only thing that I was a little disappointed by. In if I had one disappointment with the book, I really wish we would have seen that guy just get obliterated, just baloney mist.
Just gangbanged
True.
by demons. I'm talking
But
airtight, all holes.
oh yeah, all holes. Fill
Why did
them
we
all.
do that?
Because
No.
you,
Hindsight is 2020, fellas.
But yeah, first impressions, shit ton of fun. I absolutely love this book.
I got some Metalocalypse vibes from it for sure. That was very goofy, and I'm into goofy. And,
That was definitely like a big inspiration on it for sure.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead. Go ahead.
I was like, I think Brendan Smalls is really cool. And when we were writing this, I was listening to a lot of Brendan Smalls interviews because I loved home movies and I love Metalocalypse. And then, of course, the year that Rock and Roll Hell comes out is when Death Clock comes back and on tour and he does a new movie. So kind of took the steam out of me a little bit.
was it just like an homage kind of thing? Like, hey, I love your shit, and this is what we did, and then it's just like, you come out with more stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I've never said anything to him ever in my life, but yeah, I was just kind of like, yeah, I mean, you know, he's never coming back. He was pretty adamant that he got screwed over so hard by Adult Swim that I didn't think there would ever be more Metalocalypse, and here we are.
Yeah. Shit happens, man. It's the way she goes.
Yeah.
What about you, Kevin? What were you feeling on this?
I love this book. I think it's again a ton of fun. Like, it's not taking itself seriously in the best way. It is just like over the top in all ways. I love the specificity of the band tropes that you hit in this, with like the stoned bass player, the weirdo satanic member, the guitarist who thinks it's all about him, like just
Not knowing how to read music notes.
yeah, none of them knowing how to read music. I don't know how to read music. I've been playing guitar since I was 10 years old.
I fucked hard with that one. Yeah.
Very fun. I just like, yeah. I mean, me and Manny are also writing a book about a metal band and demons. And so like I'm taking some notes in, you know, a friendly way. It's mostly just like the portrayal of music in panels and like how it just like technically works. Like I love the fucking onomatopoeias in this with the jun jun dun dun.
That was fun. Like, I think my favorite one that we did was, I think we even made a note in the script that when they play the song that actually summons Satan, we were like, how do we get this across? And we were like, the action has to say fucking like the word fucking has to be in it. Like, it's even crazier.
Yeah, it's in the onomatopoeia.
Yeah, like how could we drive it home a little more? This book, I will say, this book for me is like, this is going to be the one in the future where like, and I think Ben might feel the same way, where we're still
Fucking,
trying to,
it's right there. Fucking
yeah, fucking chug quack. Like, and I imagine they're just playing. And to be honest, my favorite thing about this being like, I feel like people might think that in like the comic book medium, it's hard to kind of do a music thing to like get across what's happening. But with this, I think what like, at least my goal when thinking of this was like, not having the riff allows every reader to put their own hardest riff of all time in their brain to be like, this is probably what it would be. And I think that's really cool. Like, it's not like a specified thing. It's just kind of like, imagine the craziest riff. That's whatever you imagine. That's what they're playing. That's it. It's your riff right there. It's in there. But I'm super pumped on this because I feel like in 10 years, I mean, we're still trying to write stuff that's, I guess, less niche and less like very us focused, which this was. But like, I want to have a thing that like, if if we're still doing this in like 10 years, we're selling whatever book and some like little fucking punk ass kid comes up like, hey, whatever, I can be like, oh, dude, read this one. We've got this one for you. Read this one. You will appreciate it. So I'm looking back at it. This one I'm super happy to have it in our
Oeuvre.
the arsenal.
I mean, would like a teenage version of you be like, "This book is sick"? Like that's
I
how
would,
I imagine the
yeah, I would
attitude.
lose my mind. Yeah, I'd be like,
Yeah.
oh, this is exactly what I want.
Dude, it's got fucking chugs, bro.
That's it.
I love that they're
And
wearing
it's
corpse paint. Corpse paint is such an excellent touch
Yeah.
for them playing the satanic music as well.
This
Just
book
like,
definitely
there it
has
is.
this book definitely has still like my favorite things we have ever written in it. Like Jesus
Because
pissing on somebody with his ass out makes me laugh every time I see it. It's
There's a
very
couple-
funny to me.
there's a couple jokes in there that I mean, it's kind of lame to laugh at your own jokes, but like
No, it's not.
when the record label guy Dave Davidson says that the worst day of his life was when Nikki Sixx quit heroin.
Yeah.
I think about it just in my day to day, and then Sam has one in there that where he talks where like he's like we use my amps to practice at
Oh,
my
yeah.
house. I drive every show because you all have DUIs. Like I think about that. It's so just like dumb band humor.
Yeah.
And it just works. It just makes sense.
That was the goal. Like if you ever played music with your friends, hopefully there are things in here that you're like, oh my God, dude, yeah, that's a thing. That's a thing that happens. And like writing the dialogue of this was so fun. The only thing was like I remember at the end of it, I was texting Ben like, did we say fuck too much? Like there are so many fucks in there.
I was
because
actually
we were
just about to bring that up. I think that this is the only kind of book that where you can say dude, shit, fuck, whatever, like just
It was-
over and over, and it never gets old, and it just makes
it was
sense.
really cool. It was really cool because like normally I think we kind of have to put ourselves in the place of whatever character we're writing and kind of think like, would they, based on whatever, would they say that whatever? This was just like, what would I say here? Boom, Ben, what would I say? Here, it's just, here you go, this. And like, I think a couple of these characters are definitely based off of people that we really know, which made it even more fun. Like the singer of the band is based off of one of my best friends, and he's just angry all the time. And like everything that blonde guy says, I'm like, all right, what would Adam say? Here, it's definitely it. So
The bass player is Cameron Phipps, who is
For sure.
But none of the
was
characters
so
are
much fun to write.
surrogates for you all. It's all other people.
I mean, kind of like in the extent that like we tried to make it so that a lot of these experiences are pulling from stuff that like I think as a whole the idea of being in a band and doing something in this sort of like brotherhood is something that we both have like dealt with and have done. So I think in that way, I don't think there's like a specific character where I'm like, that one's me. But it was like, what is it about being in a band, you know, that we can translate to this page? And it's like that's why like my favorite part of the whole book is that these guys have dedicated their whole lives to music and this band, and it's everything, and they finally have this culmination that like it's the music over everything, and they come back and they have this moment of like fuck it, fuck all that other stuff, we're like back, it's all about the music, dude. And then and then you find out they can't even read it. Like that's my favorite part. Like they can't even read it. Like it's everything, but they can't even read it. It's yeah.
Can either of you read music?
No.
Kind of.
Yeah, I can't fucking read music.
Yeah.
I
Um,
had like a drum lesson, and I learned how to somewhat read it, but it's been so long that I've definitely forgot.
There's no notes on a guitar neck. It's just riffs.
Yeah. I don't know how to read music for I don't know how to like read it and apply it to anything I play now. I took piano for like 7 years when I was younger.
Oh wow.
And so I like know it from that, but applying it to anything else, I'm like, I have no fucking idea, dude. I
Like
have no idea.
if I told you a note, could you hit it?
On what?
Guitar.
Absolutely not.
You probably
Absolutely.
could. You could find your way there. You know what I mean? It would take you a while to
Yeah,
get there, but you could
but
figure it out.
if you were like play a G, I'd be like, I don't know, check this shit out, and I'd play a riff.
Anyway, here's Freebird.
That's right.
Fucking. So I have a question about the overall format. Was it always intended to just be like kind of a 30-page one and done little one shot, or did you guys get talked down from like a full length into this?
It was always supposed to be a one shot. I think we were very excited about the idea, but weren't really sure if anyone would allow it to get published. After we did Children of the Grave, especially by the end, deals with some significantly heavier subjects. And after that started coming out, we were like, or we knew that it was going to come out. It was like, all right, what's the next thing? And it was like, got to be something stupid. And I think I had said we were going to name a Blood Ritual song. We were going to name our album Rock and Roll Hell, which is a Kiss reference. And Sam was like, oh, that'd be a great comic book. And then just like, I think within like 5 minutes, quick pitch the idea. And then we just kind of built it out from there. It took a lot more work for it to happen than ever anticipated. Someone else actually did 8 pages of Rock and Roll Hell, and we were just like, this sucks, we're going to throw it in the trash.
Wow.
Damn.
Which is
I'm not
crazy.
And so, who
I'll-
did the interiors on this one? Because this version I have does not have any credits on it.
Yeah,
No version have any credits, and except for the ones that will be at Heroes Convention next
There we
weekend.
go.
Convention.
There
You're
we
saying the
go.
whole biblical name?
Oh yeah, it's God-given name. This was drawn by our literal boy Gregorio, Gore Greg as we called him, D'Angela from Italy. He is actually good friends. I think he went to school with the artist of Children of the Grave. So we're just plucking them Italians out of there and
Yeah, you are.
having
Fuck yeah.
them write books, man. But
Yeah.
he was awesome. He really got. He also he plays in this band. This band
course.
in Italy called Funeral Ground, which is fucking sick. They're kind of like a black metal band, right? Kind of.
They're like Death Doom. So they have like doom
Yeah.
metal elements,
Oh.
but then they'll have like death metal hard parts.
He like gets it. Every trope was like he got it. You know what I mean? He's
I
he's
understand.
awesome.
Yeah,
There was
that's
no
fantastic.
explanation of anything. He was just like, cool, yep.
Yeah, he made
No, that's-
he made the Feral Carnage logo just for fun. He was like, "What about this?" And we just said, "Yeah." he was incredible, man. He was incredible.
The
I
funny
feel
thing
like
is
that needs to happen with a project like this, like having everyone on the same mindset, kind of same
yeah.
playing field,
Yeah.
knowing
Yeah.
where
Oh,
the
yeah.
tropes and where the characters are coming from helps a lot.
Oh yeah.
I'll link
Or
it
even-
in the Twitch chat. Oh nope, I won't because I have to make an account. But
Put it in the Discord.
I'll put it in the Discord.
Yeah, put it in Discord.
So the coolest part about this was that we wrote songs as Feral Carnage, and those songs. Jack, you can just look at it in the chat, my guy. We wrote songs as Feral Carnage, and it was so cool to like. Sam had someone kind of put together the guitar parts. Matt, who used to play in Sam's old band, recorded drums. I did vocals, and the 2 songs are like super dumb. Like they are as dumb and as like stupid as the jokes in the book.
Link the music. There's a music video.
There
That's
is a
what I'm
music
trying-
video.
that's
There's
what
a
I'm trying
music
to-
Yeah,
video.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys.
Hell yeah.
No one saw it.
Oh, I
no
did.
one saw it.
I remember. I thought that was sick, dude.
Yeah, we had like all of this like promotional stuff for it, but unfortunately, like nothing got used, which was such a bummer. But yeah,
Dude, all
that's
this
the thing. That's the thing that like now I'm like whatever about. When it was coming out, I was like, fuck this book, because like it felt like no one cared about it, and we cared so much about it that like
Uh-huh.
when no one else did, to like even like nobody even posted about it, and
Yeah.
we were like, whatever, dude. Like I had such like a rotten taste in my mouth about it, but now that it's over, I'm like, whatever. I'm so happy, proud of it, and happy with it. I think it's incredible. But it was like we made like I made like an infomercial about like the festival and like the different bands that were playing that we were going to use as like a promo video, and then we made a music video as the band. We like recorded music. We thought, yeah, we did all this stuff that we're like, this would be so much fun. And thinking about us, like if we saw somebody doing this for their comic book, I would like lose my mind. I know we kind of pseudo got the idea from Daniel Warren Johnson, who did Bruticus songs for Murder
Murder
Falcon,
Falcon,
which was
yeah.
Yeah,
so
dude.
sick.
That was
And we
awesome.
were like, oh, we have to do Feral Carnage
Yeah.
songs. And
Yep.
there was even talks that like when it came out around whatever convention that was like happening around that time, we would play a set as the band, and then just nothing happened. But it was fun. It was fun to put it all, piece it all together.
fun to
It was
think about.
awesome. It was so fun. It was so. This is far and away the most fun I've ever had making anything. Music, making a comic, making anything I've ever made. This is my favorite thing I ever like experienced making. It was so fun.
Dang.
Well, because it allowed you so many opportunities to just be multifaceted in your creative process, right?
Yeah.
It
Yeah, we
wasn't
could
just I'm writing
it
a
was,
book. You have to write
and it was,
music, play music.
yeah, and it was not serious, and like, I think that's what was so fun about it is we were, I think writing Children of the Grave prior to this, it was a lot of like, does this make sense? How do we like weave this story? It was like creating it was very methodical and technical and trying to make a story work, because it was the first thing we had ever made that we got the green light to do the whole thing. Normally it's like I have an issue, I have a pitch, I have an issue, like I have this whole big long thing. Hopefully I'll self-fund until maybe somebody will allow me to do the whole Children of the Grave. We got the green light to be like, tell your story, and it was a lot of focus trying to make it make sense and make it work. And then you go from that to this, where it's like, all right, we're gonna write the scene where we introduce God now. What's the first thing he says? And it's just like, sup. Like, it's so stupid. It's so dumb. But yeah, it was awesome. I loved making this book. It was so much fun.
Dude, I love the reveal of just God being that talking head in the skies.
I
As he
do
just,
like the fact that
talking
you
to
wrote,
Jesus.
yeah, you wrote
Yeah.
God like a dad. He was a
Yeah.
true dad. What's
That's not what I meant.
He's definitely trying to be like cool dad,
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
and his son's just like such a piece of shit.
Yeah. Just a petulant shitbag. No, I mean, I think it's like that fun you're describing making it, like, I think it comes across. Like,
Oh yeah. for
it's obvious that all three of y'all are just having a kick-ass time. Did Justin letter this?
Yes.
Fuck
He
yeah.
will letter everything we ever do. Yeah.
I figured I didn't even have to ask. But
That's our boy.
yeah, fucking incredible letters, especially on those
If you go to
onomatopoeias.
Heroes Con, if you're at Heroes Con, let me get an 8 = D in the chat. If you're going to Heroes Con,
Yeah, Dick's in the chat for our boy Justin Birch.
and then try to track down Justin Birch and get Justin Birch to sign your comics, not any of us.
If you get Justin Birch to sign it, I will buy it off of you for 10 times retail price. God, he'll be walking around. He'll be there. He's an elusive little fucker.
Yeah.
He'll be walking around there.
This seems like a good opportunity to plug Heroes Con for everybody, just to take a brief aside. Everybody
I can't
Let me do it.
Here.
Let me do it.
fucking wait. I cannot wait to see
Let
everybody.
me do it. Let me do it. Heroes Con, America's comic book convention.
I was hoping you'd plug your involvement.
Nailed it.
If you have a table Where might these beautiful people watching can find you?
Right behind
Listen-
Jim Steranko.
Listen to somebody screaming at the top of their lungs about who's at fault for COVID, maybe a certain racial like demographic, and you're like, oh, it sounds like Jim Steranko, and we'll be sitting right behind him
Yeah,
the whole time.
you'll see him in his gold Armani jacket and his like little
Yeah.
gator leather loafers.
Have you ever seen The Righteous Gemstones?
Yeah, he's Baby Billy.
Tell me, dude, I'm dead serious. Do you think that in like a like production meeting or something, they brought in a picture of Jim Steranko and were like, just do it.
Just,
Damn.
They look identical, dude.
yeah.
Oh my god.
I didn't even know what Jim Steranko looked like before last Heroes Con, but he walked by me like we like brushed shoulders like as we were setting up, and I was like, "That's fucking
You're
Jim
like,
Steranko." I just like
you're like,
knew it
who's-
was an old Marvel guy, and then like the power of
Yeah.
deduction like within
I remember you
seconds.
saying that. I didn't even see him, but I remember Kevin just being like, "Yeah, I feel like there's an old head that just walked by us real quick," and I was like,
You were
"Might be Jim
you were like,
Steranko."
who's
I
who's
don't
that
think
guy
he's here,
cosplaying as?
but he was there. Yeah,
Like, no way that's a real human being. Who is that? Who's he
Yeah.
dressed as?
I'm just like, I know he's like the one guy that dresses real fancy, but
He's one of those guys you can tell is somebody kind of, you know. There
Right,
was
yeah.
my friend and I were doing a convention in Buffalo, and some dude was like walking around with an aide before the show opened, and he like came up to our table and was like, "What you guys got? This is cool, man, awesome," and then like walked away. And we were like, he was too old and like too ripped to not be famous. Who is that? And we looked it up, and it was fucking Flash Gordon, dude. We were like,
Oh,
"What?"
shit.
Oh, that's awesome.
He was awesome. I called my dad.
dude, guess who stopped by?
Oh my god. We're like, that was a guy. He's too tan, too old, and too strong. He's got to be like a guy. I don't know.
Your dad must have been like, "I'm so proud of you."
He was like, I finally love you.
If someone will talk to Jim Steranko and just tell him that you love Bible bunkers, I'll give you a drink. You can. I'll buy you a drink at the Westin.
What's
Bible
the
bunkers?
You got to watch Righteous Gemstones.
yeah Baby Billy's Bible
Yeah.
Bunkers? What's
Oh,
the name of
damn it.
the
There we
game
go.
show that he does? Is that Bible?
That's the game show.
That's Bible Bunkers.
That's it.
So good.
Bro.
But more specifically, hold on, let me just pull up the fucking Heroes Con website. You
That's a
can
great
find
search
these
engine,
beautiful
by the way.
fellas in the Artist Alley.
I can pull it up really quick.
I can't wait, dude. I can't wait.
I was gonna say it's an
at-
AA number.
yeah.
I just can't remember.
Artist
what
Alley
number.
211 and 212 Heroes Con, Charlotte,
Oh,
North
dude,
Carolina.
You guys are way on the other side.
They're like
I know,
a few
we're, like,
rows
on the
away
other-
from you.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're not that far.
you're down the
Um,
you're down a bit. I mean, we can't like hang out,
Right,
you
right.
know. So, but they're around. We'll be
Yeah.
around, and then
Yeah.
we're AA 724.
Yeah.
and
And
725.
725.
Yeah,
And then
Yeah.
Brian Judge, Zomic Book is
726.
726.
yeah.
And then Riley's like
Are
catty
you-
corner to us.
are you guys staying at the Westin?
No, but we're
No.
staying at a hotel downtown.
Yeah, we're like a block away.
If the hotel doesn't work out,
Dude, come stay in our room.
We did get
serious?
confirmation that, like, hold on, Manny, you just fucking tell the story because it's really funny. What happened when?
you do have a hotel room.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I talked to Riley about it. I was like, dude, because we were with him the other day, and I was like, bro, before I forget, where are we staying? And he was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna look this up. And then we're just talking, chilling, drinking, smoking, whatever. And then and then I see it on his phone, the hotel, and then him send me the link and the text message that says this is where we're staying, and then it sends, and then I look at my phone and all I get is this is where we're staying. I don't get the link to it. I was like, how
Okay.
the fuck did that happen?
Oh my god.
I like looked the next morning. I was like, what the hell?
So
But it's like a block around the Westin, so it's close.
okay, good. So
Yeah.
you guys can like hang out for a while and then just
Yeah, for sure.
Dude, the last time I was there and I saw you guys, when
He rode a scooter. He got drunk and rode a scooter.
I drove a scooter, I was staying. So my
Like
my
a
wife
bird
and I were-
scooter?
dude.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
my wife and I were staying like what, like like 10 blocks away. Like it was kind of a while. And it was that night that we all were like drinking down at the bar at the Westin, and I got hammered. Scotty Young bought me like 4 beers. It was all he was like, he was like, I made $40,000 today, dude. I'm gonna buy you a beer. And he kept buying me beers, and I was like, all right, cool. And I got drunk, and I drove a scooter all the way to my hotel.
Dude,
awesome.
you can't even go fast enough to hurt yourself on one of those bird scooters, man.
Yes, you can.
I don't know
No.
about that, Kevin.
Nah.
I don't know about that. I almost fucking died in LA on them shits.
Dude, I was ripping.
Dude, you can
I
rip
was
hard.
ripping that
No, that was like my mode of transportation in Los Angeles. Like, because I only lived like 2 miles away, and like finding a parking spot at work sucked ass. So I would just bird
God.
back and forth. But I was a bartender, so I was just getting hammered and then just like ripping through downtown LA, dude. Just birding around, swerving through traffic. Oh,
Sam,
yeah.
what was that really good bar we went to in LA? Called the Golden Goose.
I don't remember that
Golden
at all.
Goose.
What? The Golden Goose?
We got Italian. We got like spaghetti, and then we went to that really good bar.
Oh, I do remember. That spaghetti was crazy. That was really good.
It was not
Dude,
called the
LA,
Golden Goose.
LA. That was the only time we'd ever been there. I don't know if I want to go back.
Dude, I lived there for 3 years. It's not great.
We went to that.
Poop everywhere.
We went to
Yeah.
that. No, I mean we went to the Xbox Plaza. And had a
That
bad
was
time.
sick. We went to Staples Center, or what is it? Crypto?
Crypto.com arena, yeah.
Motherfucker. Went there. I FaceTimed my dad. He was like, "Oh, show me the Shaq statue." It was awesome. He was losing his mind. But yeah, I don't know if I want to go back. But it was. I just remember we went to In-N-Out on our last day, and we were all like, "These fries are terrible."
Oh, the fries are terrible, but the burgers slap. Like
The burger was crazy. It was crazy.
ride or
It was
die for
awesome.
those burgers.
Yeah.
But yeah, the fries are ass. No, next we'll all go to LA. I'll show you around. Make
Yeah.
sure you have a good time. I know the spots.
So bringing it back to Children of the not Children of the Rock and Roll Halford, because we were.
How
way off.
dare you?
Yeah.
I'm crazy.
The one thing that I think we kind of built the story around was the final pages where they like Hell is losing the fight, and they have to bring in all of these like dead or at some point dead rock stars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when we came up with the idea, like I remember texting Sam. I was at the gym, and I was supposed to like visit him the next day in Maryland, and I just go like, Riley Gale died. And so like Riley from Power Trip,
Yeah.
Power Trip is
Yeah.
one of the most important bands of
Ever.
all time. Whatever.
Leading the fucking charge, dude.
I will say these young metal kids that Blood Ritual plays with, young metal kids don't like Power Trip, and every time they say something, I want to tell them to shut up and die.
Why?
It upsets me.
Why do you think that is?
There's all these TikTok metal kids that like want this stuff to sound old school, and like they're like, it doesn't sound old school, man.
Yeah, it does.
Listen to Manifest. Listen to Manifest fucking Decimation. Yes, it does.
And it's obnoxious. But like Riley and Cliff like had to be there. That was like the thing.
Yeah.
And the coolest thing is that we just said like, Greg, go wild. So like Randy Rhoads is there, Jimi Hendrix,
Jimmy. Yeah.
King Diamond.
King Diamond.
Yeah.
Okay, you got Corthon from Bathory,
That was all Greg.
Corpse Grinder, and then Eric Carr is on another page, so it's really cool. But Riley had to speak Sam Freeman, I want you to shut up and die.
Talk about how, bitch. We gave you like 2.5 hours to
is that
talk
who
about
the
fucking.
wall of Sean fan account is?
What's up, baby boy?
Love you, Sam.
Sam, we had your beautiful face on and we talked about Hound. It was awesome.
Sam, I'm gonna give you a swirly at Heroes Con. Give you a swirly. But
Day three swirly. After it's fucking rank in there, dude.
Man.
Rank in there.
Yeah.
Riley had to have a speaking role, and I think that was just like kind of like processing his death a little bit. I didn't know Riley super well, and a lot of people involved in music knew the guy a lot better than me. But I used to do a podcast called Punks and Panels, which at some point we'll bring it back. That's for Rock the Dealer there. We tried. We got too drunk. The podcast makes no sense. We have to do it again. We're going to do it again.
Oh yeah,
We
you
tried-
guys won't be drunk at all during here, Scott.
Yeah.
tried to-
Great.
I'm bringing a cooler. I'm bringing a cooler for our table.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we might do it at the table. Just like invite some furry to come up and talk on it. But
Oh yeah.
Riley was such a cool
I'll put a
person.
bullet in my head.
Riley was such a cool person, and kind of like in the middle of the pandemic was when I was trying to bring Punks and Panels back, and we were texting for him to. He just changed his. We were texting to have him come be on Punks and Panels, and then didn't get back to me, and then a couple weeks later he passed away. So he was just such a nice guy. He meant a lot to me. He meant a lot to the way I make music. So he needs to have a place in this book to kind of my thank you for everything you do.
Damn,
Hell yeah, dude.
that's tight.
That's awesome. And I'm glad you brought up that page, because that was going to be one of the questions I had, is just how were the featured musicians in there selected, and it's just so cool to hear that was the impetus, and then you're just like, just go, because it is such a cool, I would say, very diverse group of just legends of
For
rock
sure.
and roll. So cool.
Did you have to get any permissions or rights issues like with doing that at all?
Oh, our other book is called Children of the Grave and has the lyrics in there. There's no, we did not do.
It's I've just been so curious about this.
Alleged. It's
No.
alleged that it has
Yeah.
the lyrics in there.
It's alleged. No, because in fucking Murder Falcon, like all the band logos are kind of like bastardized slightly to just be like cool Daniel Warren Johnson script. And I was like, well, like, because for our book, I was like, can we just do that? Can we like name characters this shit and just do whatever we want with it? Cool.
Dude, if they sue you, it's badass.
That's true. Yeah.
Dude.
I want the ghost of Euronymous to fucking sue us.
That's sick.
Dude, you can get you can totally get drinks at a bar for that story.
True.
No.
And then we got sued.
I would rather get sued by like somebody from like the Mayhem camp than like get a stamp of approval from Varg. So
Dude,
I think it'd be
100%.
very easy. It'd be very easy to get a Varg Virkiness stamp of approval, but he would also be like, "Oh, you should say something about the I don't know." He'd be like, "Put something racist in here."
yeah, something blood and soil.
No.
Freeman asks, "How was your experience with Sumerian?"
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up, Sam.
I was gonna say, Freeman answered that question when he was on, right?
Oh my god.
So
Get
I'll
back
be
to
real
us.
honest. I'm gonna say one thing. The coolest thing was getting them to say yes to this book, and that was because Sam and I got creator passes to go to New York Comic Con, and at New York Comic Con you can buy beers, and we got a little drunk, and we're walking around, and we bought. They were not Sumerian yet. It was still.
Behemoth. Yeah.
And
Wait, really quick side note on this. I was about to like be done with comic books when this was. We were like, if we don't get this, I'm done. Like this is too much money. I'm done. Like whatever. This is our last ditch. So we go here. Go ahead.
And then bought them a couple beers, took it to their table, and Kevin, who is now with Massive, and I don't really understand how Massive is tied into Sumerian, but was like, yeah, we'll do it.
Yeah.
It was just like we'll do it. We'll put it out. And we said that we had music to go along with it, and they're like, oh yeah, we'll also put that out. I think the merger with Sumerian Records caused it to kind of get lost in the shuffle, where it was a priority thing and then became very much a secondary thing. because at that point then they wanted to focus on. I'm just reading Sam Freeman's comments.
Oh my god! Shut the fuck
Jesus
up.
Yeah,
Sam will be at our Heroes Con booth all weekend.
yeah, and then you're gonna watch me give him he's gonna come back from the bathroom with his head dripping wet.
Just all twirled up, dude.
So I can't wait.
Oh my God.
I'll finish my story.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Thoughts on poison the well. Fuck off.
Freeman has just got Ben's undivided.
Dude, Freeman's
Oh
having a
my
good
God.
day, okay?
You're gonna have to
Don't
turn
drag
off-
Freeman.
Turn off the stream, Ben.
Sam, you should ask Manny his thoughts on poison the well.
No comment.
It just was supposed to be something else, and I think that kind of got lost in the shuffle. I mean, honestly, our names are not on the book. No one's names are on the book,
That's ridiculous, dude.
and I don't really know what happened. So they did put out a cassette that has the 2 songs that we recorded as Feral Carnage. There was a deluxe edition. I think 500 of those got made.
Sold
That's
out.
cool. It sold
That's
out.
cool. Yeah.
That's awesome.
But I think there were more plans than what was able to happen. And I have names that I would blame for that, but there's no point in doing so.
Yeah.
It was a bummer at the time, but again, it's the same thing. I'm happy that we have it so that like whenever we do get that one person at our table or at whatever that comes up and wants to see our stuff, we can be like, "Oh, this is for you. This is for you. If you want to check our stuff out, try this one." So I'm so glad we have it.
Hell yeah.
I'm looking at this page and I'm just trying to like identify. So up here, is that fucking Jim Morrison?
Yeah, it's Jim Morrison.
Okay. And then this looks like Ozzy, but Ozzy's alive. Who's this supposed to be?
So it is Ozzy. So I think Greg took the concept of you have
Physically, he's alive.
Yeah, so it's kind of supposed to be from across time and space, and it gets a little mushy then, but it's cool. Like I don't know, Ozzy's there. Ozzy will die at some point and go to hell, and so
Is that Pete Steele under him?
That's who I thought it was, but I don't know.
That is Pete Steele.
He looks too
Yeah.
small to be Pete Steele. Pete Steele is like 6'7". I mean, we have
It's also
Bowie, and we have
Jack as fuck.
Lemmy.
Yeah.
Am I missing anybody else?
You got Eric Carr's up there.
But yeah, I loved this. I mean, like really, like for being like a one shot, like you do pack like a lot of story and a lot of great moments and beats. Like it moves fast.
Hell yeah.
Funded entirely by Ash Avelson's OnlyFans.
God damn it.
Yeah. It's tough. I mean,
Can I say the idea for the sequel that will never get made?
yeah.
Yeah.
Because Grant is in heaven, so then it was going to be like an Ocean's 11 thing. Like Rock and Roll Hell 2 was going to be an Ocean's 11 thing where they have to go break him out of heaven. But
Oh
that's
my
never-
god. That was my fucking. That's one of my sequel ideas for our Black Metal book, except it's hell. He makes a communion with Satan and goes to hell, and then they're like, "We gotta go down there and save him."
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, but mine was like it was also initially a movie, and I wanted it to all be puppets. Like I just wanted it to be full Dark Crystal.
Awesome.
But you know,
Kevin, let me
one
ask
day.
you a question because I've thought about this. Do you think that it would be possible not doing like I have no interest in reading like Muppets comics, but do you think that you could do a comic where all of the characters are puppets in the same way like the Muppets are real? I've tried to piece together what would a puppet comic
Like
be.
Sesame Street?
Like, do you mean like in the way that like the puppets are treated in like Labyrinth or Dark Crystal, where they're just full on
No,
characters?
The way that puppets are treated in like the Muppets, where the Muppets are real.
Okay.
Like Kermit is real in the context of the idea of the Muppets. like whatever world that's set in. Sam is so pissed. He hates puppets.
What are you guys talking about?
Puppets
hate
are
puppets.
sick. Puppets
I
are
love
lit.
puppets.
So I've tried to thought about like what is the puppet comic book story, but I've never been able to piece it together, or how to make the universe of puppets in comics work.
Like completely divorced from the concept that they are being puppeteered.
Yeah, but like I said, in the same way of the Muppets, where obviously that's a puppet. Obviously a puppet.
But you're,
Like,
but
you
you're
wouldn't
treating
have-
it like a real
I mean,
thing.
you could do it like as long as it's like drawn and like textured to look like stuffed and felt. You know what I mean? I
Yes,
feel like
yeah, yeah.
like and like the surprise of other like humans with puppet sentience. You know what I mean? Like I feel like context would matter a lot.
I mean, think about how many stories take place because stuff comes from some unknown weird dimension, and they're just there, and people just accept it, or flee in terror. I don't know.
Brock, at some point, I think I'll figure out the dog brain this summer.
What's the dog brain?
Oh,
My goal is to figure out the dog brain this summer.
dog brain, baby.
What is
So someone-
dog brain?
I sent someone an email about a comic book idea last night, and they responded, and it was kind of shocking. So maybe that might take priority over dog brain, but I'm not gonna
Dude,
talk
Mind your
about it until-
business.
I'll tell Sam.
We're on my stream, okay? We can talk about whatever I want to talk about, Brock. Why don't you shut your cock hole?
jeez.
This is a prominent weekly feature is that I just sexually harass Brock on chat.
That's what's up.
Please don't get Brock started. He was on one last.
We went on a
that's
very
fine,
long
yeah.
tangent last week about which Transformers were fuckable.
Oh, okay, that's something I've thought about. Do Transformers?
Transformers.
How do they
if anything-
reproduce?
If you need to know anything about Transformers, Kev loves robots with tits.
Yeah,
That's
There's
all you
only
need to know.
one that has tits, though.
that's why she's the
But he
best.
loves her. I mean, it's pretty simple then.
Are you
She's the
telling me,
one.
Kevin, RC? I don't care anymore. RC breedable or not?
Oh, submissive and breedable.
Do you
See?
know that RC's not a girl?
But it's
There
got-
are
it's
plenty
got-
of boys that are
doesn't matter.
submissive and breedable. Brock, tell him.
The whole point then, it's not that the fact that the robot it lacks genitalia or any sexual definition. It's just that it has tits. That's it.
Plenty of fellas.
Everything is. Everyone's. It's open. No shame. All right.
ROMESBURG.
Turn down the hot rod.
If you ask
Fuck.
Jermaine,
What the fuck is going on?
Watch the chat.
if you see Jermaine Exum at HeroesCon, please ask him if RC.
Do you think he how much do you think he's thought about this topic on his own alone time?
He hasn't, not at all, because I ask all the time. He's been asking
He's never thought of it.
people who I don't think
Oh.
fans think about having sex with RC.
That's a lie. Why'd they give her tits then?
Exactly. I mean, apparently the writers and artists have thought about it. So
Who
why
is this?
wouldn't
I have
the
to
writers
look him
think
up.
about it?
Her name's
RC? Like an RC?
ARCEE.
RC Transformer.
And I thought isn't there like a girl Triceratops or something like that? That's also
In the land before time? Yeah.
No.
Are you
Not
saying
Sarah, not Sarah from the land before
Are
time.
you?
But
Wait, you're talking about? No, yeah, she's Triceratops.
yes.
My brain went to Duffy, and then I was going to say, also, Kevin, they're all children.
Look, I
Is
only
this-
watched
is this
them when
her?
I was a kid, okay?
I mean, if it's dinosaurs, I mean their age is probably no, that is
Oh.
not RC. RC's supposed to be pink and white, right?
That
Well,
came up when I googled it.
What, RC porn?
I put it in the Discord.
Oh no.
I think you just need to type in RC Transformer, not RC.
I did. I said RC Transformers. That's like the fourth
RC.
picture.
ARCEE.
That's what I did, dude.
Brother, she is pink. She's pink.
Yeah,
That
that
came
doesn't
up.
look like RC.
RC is the first thing that comes up when I type.
What?
Okay.
Yeah, it's. I don't know if you can see that, Sam. Does that help?
I guess I don't care if I can get canceled, but she's got knockers.
She's
So
But what's under that pink? It's just like gears, right?
We don't know.
Energon, my boy.
Mm.
I'm trying to
We'll
get
have
in
to
that
ask-
spark.
we'll have to ask- Well, I have to ask Daniel this weekend.
Please do not ask Daniel Warren Johnson if
Till
Dude,
all
I'm-
or one, am I right, fellas?
I'm literally going to. I'm literally going to ask him.
you can ask him. You can ask him 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah.
right.
No, I'll ask him fucking 9 a.m. on
In
on
line.
Friday.
Wait
Anyway,
in line
question.
for 2 hours. Yeah.
Till all have
Here-
come.
Hear me out. This is
All right.
crazy.
We've lost the plot.
So Rock and Roll Hell, a lot of fun. I'll get a copy. Heroes
Next weekend.
That's our
Yeah.
name.
So what was the did you guys do any like deeper research on like biblical lore for all the
No.
angels and stuff like that, or were you just free balling?
So someone said it should be biblically accurate angels, and I don't think biblically accurate angels are fun. They're not fun at all. They're not fun.
They're pretty terrifying.
Yeah, they're not fun. But it needed to just be like, you know what the biggest inspiration for the angels were? Were the two angels in Preacher.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, this is if Garth Ennis listened to like Cannibal Corpse. That's kind of like the whole
Oh, that's the pitch for next weekend.
yeah. It's if Garth Ennis listened to Cannibal Corpse.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Cool. That simplifies it even more.
Lock it in.
Fuck yeah,
Have
dude.
you, are you guys ready to pitch next weekend? I thought about that today and got scared.
No, because I
Like,
started
pitch to
writing
people,
down
you know?
pitches this week, and then I was like, fuck, I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah, we used to have our
He's ready to pitch. He's ready to pitch.
okay.
I'm ready to pitch.
My God, we used to have our Children of the Grave one like down to a science. Now, I don't even know what it's about. Like, I don't remember.
Especially now that we're pitching the full trade.
Yeah.
Sam can probably tell the best pitch story we've ever had.
Oh.
Ooh, I want to
Those
hear
old
this.
ladies in Raleigh.
Oh, when we
Oh.
said it can increase their max bench.
No, the ladies.
Yeah, we were pitching Children of the Grave. There were these three like middle-aged older women like walking around just kind of like looking at stuff, and like not comic book fans. They were obviously there with like either their children or like that. Like, side note, have you realized that like, you've noticed that like cons have like certain breeds of guy? Like there's like
Oh, yeah.
long box looking guy who has a low brimmed cap with a backpack, cargo shorts, and a roller bag. Guy.
Yeah.
That's long box guy. There's Spider-Man dick guy whose dick you can see through
Yeah.
Spider-Man suit.
Always.
But they were there with one of those two groups of people and escaped them, thankfully. And we're just kind of like walking around looking at stuff, and they were stopped at our table. And we gave them the full spiel for Children of the Grave. And the one lady was like, yeah, I love this stuff, man. I'm like, what is it, man? What's it all mean, you know? And Ben, without skipping a beat, Ben's like, that's what every night I just shout that up into the void, you know? And the ladies like looked at him and just fucking walked away, dude. It was awesome. It was the second best pitch story I've ever heard. I don't know if Sam Freeman's still in there, but we did Free Comic Book Day, however long ago that was, and some guy walked up and like looked at our stuff, and Sam was like, "You like Basic Instinct?" And the guy was like, "No." And Sam's went, Okay.
That's exactly on par with how our fucking Heroes Con was last year. Like,
I
You
was
like
crying.
comics? No.
yeah, there were people walking by. I'd be like, "You like card games? No. You like comics?
Dude.
No. Then why the fuck are you at Comic Con?"
Dude, I was at I was early on. Like one of the first books I ever did was like a Western book with my friend, and we were at some con, and some dude was dressed up full on cowboy, and walked up, and we're like, "Hey man, do you like Westerns?" And he was like, "No." I was like, you're literally dressed like Wyatt Earp. What are you talking about? And he was like, "No, I have no interest in that." Just walked away.
What a dick.
I feel like
I
some
can't
people
wait.
just
I can't wait to be
avoid-
back.
Yeah. I feel like
would-
some
I
people
would-
just avoid that interaction entirely. They just
Not
look
me.
around.
I would have been
and
like,
shit.
you like romantic comedies? They're fucking great, aren't they?
Yeah.
For Heroes, I'd love to get everyone there involved in the Spider-Man game, and basically it's just counting how many dudes' dicks you see all day because they don't
How
wear a
many-
cup. With,
I wanna
in their
take
Spider-Man
pictures.
costumes.
They're just pressed. They're just like It's like, do you ever see those toys where like if it's just like a bunch of like needles almost, and you can like put your hand in it and see your hand?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what
Just
the
ask for,
spider
like,
dicks
cock
do.
impressions.
Spider dicks.
Yeah,
it.
dude. It's like
That's
Knuckles.
it, dude.
I think I saw the hardest one in LA, and it was a dude that was just like, it was just
Oh no. Oh
I mean, you
no.
could see like
Just packing a Dodger dog between his legs.
You could see the definition between his cockhead and his balls.
Jesus Christ.
We were like, good for you, dude. Honestly,
He was not
proud
bad.
of you for that. Yeah,
I want to see a Spider-Man that's like
got a hog.
hog. I want to see the Spider Ham.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say it's no longer just ham; it's the whole hog. It's
I wanna see the
spider
spider
hog.
hog.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Trying to
Has
go
the
to a
greatest
pig
hog.
picking.
Like, here's Con gets a free book.
Oh, dude.
What's the
Alex.
what's the
Ben,
What,
Alex
what?
totally hit us up. Lots of dudes smuggling an Orange Cassidy thumbs up.
Yeah, just like a.
Right along. Yeah.
What does this
Oh,
turn
God.
into?
what's the craziest thing you've seen at a convention?
It's turned into convention talk. That's what it's doing.
Yeah,
We're
it's
getting
next
the
week,
children of
baby.
the- We're not getting
It's
the
next
children of the grave, boys.
Doesn't matter. It was 30 years ago. This is next week.
Craziest thing at a convention.
I will tell you the funnest thing I've seen. at a
Sam
con.
saw a fight.
Can I?
I did.
I'll lean on
Yeah.
the positive.
Okay.
2 years ago at Heroes Con, there's a little kid, like maybe 8 years old, walking around dressed up as Ric Flair, holding
Yeah.
the title belt, and everybody he walked past gave him the woo.
Hell
I
yeah.
thought that was phenomenal. I mean,
You
when
could hear
think of
it
a kid
coming
that
from
age-
miles away.
Oh yeah, because it was like, what the hell's what? Oh shit! Woo!
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Dude, it was awesome.
I can't wait, dude.
I know we saw like an apocalypse dude or whatever, but he was like 12 feet tall.
That was awesome.
That was last you
some
saw him
dude
too.
doing,
Yeah.
like,
Dude's
cosplay.
huge. I was like, what the hell?
That's
awesome.
badass. What the
It was
hell?
awesome.
Yeah. Commitment. That's what that was.
There was this like kid, they were like neurodivergent in some capacity, like non-binary, like little kid who was wearing a mask that like lit up with
Oh, it's
facial
up there, our table?
expressions. Yeah. And like
Yeah,
this
yeah,
kid
yeah.
spent like an hour at our table flipping through like all of Manny's shit, just completely non-verbal. We would ask them questions
Yeah,
and then like
it was just
their
expressions.
mask
I was
would
like,
like light
hell
up with
yeah.
different facial expressions.
So sick.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I was like, okay, this is cool. I like that. But they were nice.
Yeah,
Those
and
are
their
all-
parents were just like, yeah, it's like, no, they like your art. We're like, all right, cool. I think their name was Mask Man. That was like their
That's
name.
what they named. Yeah, that was the name, Mask Man.
Badass,
Yeah.
dude. Those are all good.
Maybe it's just Indiana, but like I went to a couple of cons back in Indiana, and it was the lamest Batman costume I'd ever seen. But dude had like a Dracula cape on, one of like the Batman party masks that you get. That's just the
Fuck
hard
yeah.
plastic, no back on it,
Yep.
and black T-shirt, and then had Batman boxers on.
That's
And-
fucking Batman, dude.
And his
Like
dick
white
kept popping
socks
out of the
with
hole.
black sneakers, just walking around, just like, I'm Batman.
I love that.
And then we're leaving the con, and the dude's outside, like running around and then like jumps in the fountain that's like outside of this convention center. I'm like, I don't know what was going on, but apparently that was a hot costume. He just had to cool off.
That's fucking crazy. The craziest thing I saw was like we were in Worcester, Massachusetts, Worcester.
Worcester.
Yeah.
Worcester.
If you can speak this language,
Uh-huh.
but we were there.
Siler's from Worcester.
Worcester.
Are you serious?
Yeah, Siler's
No
from
shit.
Worcester.
Nice.
Okay,
I'm from
we're gonna have to
Taunton,
talk about-
Massachusetts, so
we got to talk about that this next weekend. But we were there, and like there were these two like toy sellers near our booth. My friend and I. This was when we were doing our cowboy book, and these two like toy sellers were kind of near us. And one guy, I guess, bought a toy from the one and like took it to his booth and like marked it up or something. And the other guy came and saw it, and they like started like arguing, and then it like really got loud. And the craziest thing was like the one dude was wearing a Punisher baseball like jersey, like a customized like Punisher. It was a baseball jersey, but it was like as if he played for the Punishers. And the guy was like, "You're talking shit and you're wearing that Punisher thing. You ain't gonna do shit." Like he was using that to like antagonize the guy. And the guy was like, "Oh yeah," he was like, "I'll take that thing. You don't have the right to wear that Punisher thing. You're not gonna do nothing to me." And the guy was like, "Oh yeah, then take it off." Tore it off of himself.
No.
Buttons were flying everywhere. And the best part was at the booth behind us was like, this is the level kind of was. Booth behind us was like a third string linebacker for the Dallas Cowboys in like the 80s. I am an avid football fan, had never heard of this man. And he looks at my friend and I and is like, "Hey, he's like in good shape." And he was like, "Hey, if this like starts, you'll understand it's on. We have to stop it." Because like, and then he pointed, and the security guard that was there, I swear to God, the closest thing I could compare him to. Have you seen the Pixar short of the old guy playing chess with himself? It was fucking that guy. He was the like security guard, and he was like, "Hey, if this like happens, we have to stop it. Like there's no one else here that can stop this." And it literally almost came to blows, and it was over a toy. And it was like I remember leaving, being like, "This is the greatest shit of all time." I was so pumped. I've never been more motivated.
All right. I'm down to hit Children of the Grave if Ben is.
There we go.
Let's do it. Sorry.
We can. Y'all, rock and roll hell. If you can find it, buy it. It'll be a Heroes Con. Moving on.
Next weekend.
Next
Not
weekend.
that cover, but that cover's the best cover of the book.
Yep.
Thank you, Lou.
I don't even think I put two and two together that was Jesus on the cover until after reading the book, actually, now that I'm looking at it.
Fucking shoot lightning.
Badass.
Austin's waiting on me. We're supposed to go have dinner.
Oh,
I got all the time in the world.
At 10 p.m. You guys are doing dinner?
We're not working this week.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Tell Austin.
Austin can just pop in.
Yeah.
is he out there?
Yeah. You want me to get him?
Yeah,
Wait,
bring
is
him in,
he just
dude.
sitting out in the other room this whole time?
He's playing pinball.
Enter the shop, guys.
Tell him to come in at least say hi so we can get a shot of him on camera.
Bring him in.
That's excellent. All right.
Children of the Grave. So tell us about the inception of Children of the Grave, where and when this started, and kind of what was the goal in mind.
Sam texted me once, and I had, much like Kevin, went to film school. That's what I wanted to do, and then talked myself out of it. Never really did anything with it. Tried to work in radio, blah, 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 blah. But I was reading a ton of comics. I used to do a podcast called Punks and Panels. Sam and Adam, the guy who did Among the Willows with Sam, were my first guests. And Sam just texted me one day and was like, "Do you want to write a comic book?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do. I have no idea how to do this." There he is. I'm going to unplug this. So
Bring him in.
Fuck yeah.
Wow, right there.
Look at this
There's
guy.
the guy.
Look at this guy.
Fuck yeah.
What's up, brother?
Oh, we can't hear Austin. We can't hear Ben either.
Oh,
You got a
Ben's
whole
gone.
damn
Lost
audio
him.
mixer
Lost
set up
him.
with fucking mics and you can't get this to work? What's going on, man? In the podcast room?
Oh, now. Can you hear me
There
now?
you go.
Yeah.
Got you.
There we go. There
Alright.
we go.
Sam texted me, and it's the game.
Some vapists in the chat.
Yeah.
No, you're fine. Take it.
And it kind of started. I think initially it was a different idea, but I think it was initially called the Harvest, and the core at the
Ooh.
same needed to.
Good pool.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I forgot about that.
And the initial was a little different. And then I started kind of working on something one day, and I tried to find some music to listen to, and I listened to Black Sabbath's Master of Reality, and the song of the Grave came on, and I texted Sam, and I go, this is the title of the book.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah,
It
man.
works very strangely.
Fuck yeah. I mean, the lyrics work
Yeah.
in, they tie in well.
Yeah.
This was we like touched on a little bit earlier, but this one was awesome because this one I kind of see as like the kickoff for, you know, everything else that we've done with like, you know, we've done Rock and Roll Hell's licensed stuff. We got other stuff coming still. Like this was the one that kind of started us all down that path of stuff. So I still really like this one. This was the first one where you know, when I first started trying to, you know, do comic books, I didn't know, you know, shit about anything, and I just like was making errors with my like Western book, and I hadn't learned whatever. This was a book where I kind of was like, okay, I want to try again with you know learning the things or applying the things that I learned and that I messed up on, and I want to do it with another one of my really good friends, and I hit up Ben. And I was like, I really want to find like an artist that I think is going to service what this idea we have is. And we somehow found Gio, who drew this, who is still like incredible. He's like one of the most incredible artists we've ever. And like, I look at these pages now as you show them, and I'm like, he is so much better now than he was here that it's insane to think about. And he was another one. Hell yeah. He was another one that kind of like got the idea that we were going for before we didn't really even have to explain it a lot to him. We were just kind of like, this is what it is. And this was my first experience in comics that like now I look for this in everything where he was the like proof of less is more when it comes to like explaining, you know, a panel or a page or anything. It was like, you know, Daniel walks into his room and we just let Gio design this room. And it's like, oh my God, it's incredible. Of course he would have this poster and this would be laying out. And he just like so much, it was the first moment of me being like, oh, this is so much all of our story, mostly your story. Like you are the one taking us where it needs to go. And I'm so pumped we have a guy like this to like do it with. And it was it was so much fun. Like this was the start of everything. This was the first time we had sent something to a publisher that was in Diamond that said yes, which was crazy. We knew that it was going to come out if, you know, if a store got previews, like they could have it. And I remember like it was my first time walking into a comic book store and there was something I wrote. It was the first time where either of us had sold a book or somebody had the potential to read something we wrote that we didn't put directly into their hand. It was like it was this first thing that was crazy. So after and again it was the thing that we could tell the whole thing, which was I remember not being able to kind of get over that, where it was like, man, previously it was like I hope we sell enough copies of issue 3 to make issue 4, and we have ideas for 50 because we didn't know any better. And then it was like, oh, dude, we get to do the whole thing. We get to do it. I can't believe it. Like this company wants us to do the whole thing. So it was awesome. And it was our first time trying to like stick a landing. So it was a really fun time, and we will have finally the trade paperback of Children of the Grave at Heroes Con next weekend. So pumped.
Hell yeah.
All
Yeah.
5 issues.
Mhm.
Book, yeah.
Amazing. Hey,
That's awesome.
since we've got Austin here on camera, Austin, thoughts on Children of the Grave?
Horrible.
Thank you, dude.
Fuck yeah.
Thank you for being honest. Finally.
Children of the Grave was fucking awesome, man. I'm proud of these guys for the way that they put that together and promoted it and did a lot of just like really carrying the ball themselves, man. It was cool to just kind of like sit in the back and watch them do all that. It was a ton of fucking fun.
Work at the store yet, and I said, "Do you guys want to read the script for the comic book?"
I still have my script that you gave me for that.
Oh, hold on to it. That's awesome.
Hard.
So did you and when you were pitching this, did you have all 6 issues kind of written fully or just one?
We had the idea,
3,
right?
I think we had 3 written.
Yeah.
One
Which in
done.
hindsight, like, don't do that. You know, like Scout is different where like we didn't have an editor or anything who would tell us to change anything. It was just kind of like write it. So yeah, that's right. I think we did have 3. Did we have it planned for 6, but then we cut it to 5, right?
Exactly
Pretty
it.
sure. Yeah, but yeah, we had like the idea because I'm pretty sure what we did was we sent them the pitch document and like an outline, right? And they said yes. We also pitched it to Skybound and they responded. They said no, but they responded, which was cool.
They responded. That's good.
No,
Hell yeah.
Sean Makowitz said no, but that
Yeah.
page is awesome.
Yeah, he said he said that the last page was genuinely horrifying. I remember that word because I wanted to put it as a pull quote. Be like genuinely horrifying Sean Makowitz of Skybound. Because he said it in like an email. But also that was the one, do you remember that's the email that we wrote to him being like I was there was an issue of that one issue of The Walking Dead that was like 75 cents. Do you remember that? It was like the highest selling issue of The Walking Dead, and it was I think it was 25 cents. They were doing the thing where it was that 25-cent issue. In that issue, I had a question published where you could write to like Robert and them.
Yeah.
I had a question in there, and I remember we wrote to him being like, I am in the most purchased issue of Walking Dead of all time, and being like, it is not unrealistic that we already don't have an established Skybounder like fan base because of that. And he was like, fuck off. Okay. But yeah, it was awesome.
That there's a dick on that page.
There's a dick on
Oh,
this
yeah.
page?
Yeah, I saw that. It was great.
Shout out, dude.
Where's the dick on
whole
this page?
suit- the suit
Oh,
and
it's on the
yeah.
suit.
Yeah.
Look at that dick. That's an uncut
Amateur.
cock.
Amateur meat gazer, dude. You gotta see that quicker.
I saw the meat.
It's like honestly like my favorite page in this book, honestly. Like I just like was staring at the lab.
I know how to spot them dicks. The one thing that I know, since we are supposed to review the book and just give our thoughts from the first issue, like if you're not sold on this, you're retarded. I mean, stupid. I mean, whatever it is.
Ben, this is a family-friendly stream.
Yeah. So,
Ben,
That's
we
the
do
pull
not
quote.
use that
That's the
language
pull
here.
quote. We need to put that on the trades. That's the pull quote.
yeah. But I absolutely love your guys' setup. Such great pacing. And then you get like what the fuck moment after what the fuck moment building to that last page. And I just thought this was so cool. Because I mean, you know, Kev was showing the page there where we got the hidden dick, and it's like, wait, this person's just a suit? What's going on? And then you get the final reveal just a few pages later of just this crazy horror moment. And I absolutely love Like whatever that harness is around that woman's waist, and the fact that it just you push a button, and it's like it almost looks like a car engine or something hitting the freaking
Yeah.
ground. And you're like, what the hell is this thing? And then just
Yeah,
that
dude.
body horror on the next page. So freaking crazy. So good.
Sorry, if
Yeah.
no one's read the full thing, feel like artistically this issue is so strong. Issue 2 is like leagues better because we had enough time between writing issue 1 and issue 2 that we kind of know that we made. Patrick Kinlan of the band Drug Church, and who is a comic book writer, Patience, Conviction, Revenge, and Frontiersman from Image, and a bunch of other stuff, slandered us in his letter after the issue came out, saying how wordy it was. But a lot of groundwork, and for having no idea what we were doing, for the most part, I think it's pretty goddamn good. So,
We had no clue we were doing with this. We had no idea.
I mean,
There's
it
a
is
lot.
wordy, but like not to its
Yeah.
detriment. But there's a lot of fucking text on some of these pages.
Yeah.
This one came to mind.
I mean, compared to Kevin Smith, though, I think you guys are doing okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I would say, yeah, there's a lot of text on the page, but it doesn't take away from anything. Because, again, you know, there are some writers out there where you can't see the artwork because there's just too much text.
Right.
Yeah, I remember when this came out too. This was like this was a phenomenon for us too, where like we was getting reviewed online, and like people were posting videos about it and shit, where I was like, who is this guy? But I remember somebody said that too. They were being like, there's a lot of words on this page, and I remember just being like, oh, you have to read your book. Fuck you. Like I was so mad about it. But like hindsight, I'm like, yeah, there's a ton of work. But you know, but also like I look at that's the thing. Like I look at this and I'm like, yeah, we didn't know, but it's still I think it still works for like what it is. And yes, Alex, like I was just about to say something similar. Like there's you know, historically there are books that are wordier than others, and I feel like as long as it fits what you're trying to do, then it doesn't matter. Like I think you don't notice how wordy a thing is if it's good. If it's good and you don't mind reading because you want that info, then who cares? So we were trying to like figure that out with this, where it was also like, you know, especially then when we had no idea what we're doing. But a first issue is always hard because you know what your story is, and you're trying to get it across like all the basic like the world building just so you can get to like the good shit. And that's what this issue was. It was just like, okay, how can we be like, this world is like it runs itself and it's weird, and like the people are kept like stupid and uneducated, but this guy, and then it all has to lead to this like woman whose like skin around her stomach is so stretchy and used that it like like we had this gross idea, and it was trying to get all of it while also being like, how can we make it so this character is smoking a cigarette in literally every panel? That was a big
And
thing
thank
for
you,
us.
Sam. Thanks, Sam, for saying what I should have said earlier. Stupid and uneducated. That's what I meant.
the amount of cigarettes that are smoked by the main character across this entire series is obscene, and
Yeah,
that is
COPD for sure.
that is I wish I could take back, but I think we're like, you know,
We were
That's
just
really
like, it's badass.
That's really funny because I have made that mistake in my like earliest scripts, was just like smoking a cigarette as like the action that a character was taking just constantly. Like that was just
To do something with their hand.
yeah, and it was like also like what was I doing while I was writing it? I was manically smoking cigarettes and pacing. So like I was like, well, that's what all my characters are going to do in this script.
Has anybody other than Brock read the entire series?
I did when you first gave me the copies, but that was like 2 years ago and I was really stoned. So
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Same.
I reread it just for this review. I know we said we're only covering issue 1, but I'm like, dude, issue 1's fantastic. I'm gonna keep reading, and just went through them all.
now
Oh, yeah, man.
remind me,
I
do they
think-
fuck this hole?
You missed the talking about
Is RC breedable?
the transformer.
Oh.
You're tall enough. You could probably fuck RC.
Fuck a I don't want to fuck a transformer.
My God.
No, you don't want to get a taste of that Allspark. You know what I mean?
Get all lubed up. You know what I'm saying?
Pipe joke somewhere in there, but
Fire on all cylinders. You know what I'm saying?
Roll
spark
out.
Alex did say this is a safe space, so it's okay.
Broadcast never wanted your oil changed.
My
I
God.
don't know. I feel so far removed from Children of the Grave almost that it's gonna be weird to have the complete series available to pitch to people because it feels like I was different people ago when this was.
Yeah, I remember during this, I found out that like while we were writing it, I found out that my wife was pregnant, and now my son turns 4 next month. That's how long ago this was.
crazy.
So
Crazy.
can I ask then? Because I think we all, just as creatives, do this. Is there anything from Children of the Grave now that you've kind of reflected on it that you would say, I would make this slight change, or I would make this overarching change, or do you look back at it and still be like, no, I mean, it's from what we set out to do, we accomplished that, and that's fantastic? Or are there things you would still look at and want to modify?
Absolutely is. Without it's the wordiness of this first issue, because that drops hard, and then we introduce a major character in issue 2.
Yeah.
Had done something differently because it feels a little jarring. Like a character, but a major character. I would like to restructure some of it, but the core, like, there's a thing that you get to by. Is basically, I feel like to an extent, Sam and I writing something for our mom. Read it, and I am so mad because like the language, I wrote this for you, and she's never read it.
Yeah, my mom has also never read this. She was like, it looks scary. But the I don't know, like I have to read it again. I haven't read it back over in a while. I did a little bit while we were putting together the pages to print it for Heroes. And I didn't do the whole thing, but I was like skimming through it, being, oh yeah, I forgot about this part, that kind of thing. Where I mean, and there are like, yeah, there are things that I would want to change, but I really do love it as like a time capsule for where we were and like what we could do then, and like what like us what at that time in our like writing, what like giving it our best shot looked like. And I remember thinking when we were pitching that one, being like, I hope this one gets somewhere because I can't do better than this. And now we look at it and we're like, oh my God, this stinks. We're so much better than this. So it's like it's a really cool benchmark to have this to have this thing. And there are moments in it where like they still like I don't know. There are, for me, whenever I read my own stuff, I think something is really good when I can read it not in like the mindset of like, oh yeah, I remember how we were taking myself out of like crafting it and just reading it for what it is. And there are a couple moments in the story where I read it and I forget that we wrote it for a minute, where it's like and those I'm super proud of. Like there's I think one issue, or I think it's an issue 3 after they get to like the chamber where all of the like birthing pods are, and like Daniel has this moment after he figures out what happens where he's like trying to break one out, and they're like, no, you can't, it's stupid, you can't do anything. And he like breaks down and they're like, what's going on? And he's like, do you know which one is mine? And it's like, oh, it's my favorite part of the whole book. Like I love that part. And whenever I read it, I'm like, oh shit, this is our book. Hell yeah, dudes. Like I'm pumped we did this. but like it'll like for reasons like that, I I don't think I would change anything just because I love having it as like a benchmark. But on the flip side of that, I mean, I'm sure Sam Freeman, who's in here, and Ben could both say, like, when it comes to our stuff, like, I will never like it probably until like enough time has passed where I cannot be like paranoid or like just overly critical of it. So, um, basically everything that we work on, I'm going to be like, this stinks. I would change everything until it's been like
Yeah.
a couple years later. So, but yeah,
Maybe
man,
like
I'm
your
pumped.
editorial eye changed, right? Like your editor and your mind has changed over time, so you're definitely going to look at it differently from everything
Oh
you've
yeah.
learned of like what you're saying. So it totally makes
It,
sense.
it's the same thing where we were like going into making this one from the Western book I was doing. It was like I want to apply all of the lessons that I learned to this thing and try to make a good thing. And like what we're doing now is trying to apply all the lessons that we've learned from this, and then our stuff with Sumerian and all this, even Hound. It's like I want to figure out all
Yeah.
this stuff and like try to make a better thing. That's everything though. So
Right.
it's I really like having it as like a benchmark. I have a trade of the cowboy book that we did forever ago. Like there was a trade, there's 6 issues of it. And I was like flipping through it the other day and was like, okay, there's some stuff in there, but it was like it's cool having like these little time capsules of like creativity basically that are like, oh yeah, I remember being here, and I remember seeing this page and being like, oh my god, and like all that stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That's awesome.
So you mentioned that with this book, you didn't really have much of an editor. Was there an editorial process on Rock and Roll Hell, or was that also just kind of like unfettered creativity?
Just let it rip, man. Let it eat.
Hell, even less, because it was, this book is done and we sent it, and then it was just like, oh, it's out now. Like, it was not, we weren't really even given a date. Children lead time and worked with someone, Charlie Stickney, who is a good guy. Dash, Charlie Stickney, good guy.
Good guy.
Good guy.
Everyone at Scout, good guys and girls.
Let me rephrase this. Everyone at Scout, a guy. Charlie Stickney, good guy. Cool. Did I trample on our paperwork?
No, you're fine.
Shaking in his boot.
You're fine.
You're good.
Into maybe some industry insides of like what is good and what is not good and what our lead time should be on things, and that was in itself. Trying to kind of to be finished that wasn't.
Yeah. What was the thing with this? There was like they were trying like a new model because they kept having like an issue 2 drop off where they would put out issue 1 and then their sales for issue 2 would be like critically low.
It was originally supposed to be one of the Scout. What were those things called?
I don't remember.
And then then they put the trade out. The first issue is just like a teaser.
Oh yeah, like they had all those. Yeah,
was actually coming to like fruition.
I don't think any of those ever really came out.
I remember that, yeah, but I don't think any of them actually came out.
yeah. They were like trying to do like a diet like TKO kind of thing where it was like they gave you one issue and then it was like if you liked it, here's the whole trade. And then they stopped that idea and were kind of like, okay, we're gonna put out your first book, and then the thought process was like the sales for the remainder of the series haven't been great, so we're gonna give the first issue like 3 months for people to find it and then put out issue 2. But what actually ended up happening was kind of like whatever fans you kind of did get from issue 1 super fell off in 3 months. So like it was like really nothing. But I don't know.
So issue 1 of Children of the Grave has sold. I don't know what numbers on Hound were, but more than anything else.
The sales of Children of the Grave 1, I think, tripled Hound.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Whoa.
tripled.
And it almost like blew out of the water another thing Sam and I worked on that just got canceled.
Oh yeah,
What?
yeah.
What do these
For,
publishers want?
For a band? Yeah, but
They want the next Walking Dead.
yeah, issue 1 did well. It did really well. It was crazy. It was really cool. But it was like, I feel like the model afterwards wasn't. I don't know how to say it without owing somebody $1,000. But it was strange.
Yeah,
But
experimental, we'll call it.
it was
Hey,
very
yeah.
experimental. It was very experimental.
Yeah. They toyed and they tinkered. But
Yeah.
this is a great first issue of a series. Like, I think it does lay a lot of great groundwork, kind of core premise, but like ends with a fucking like what the fuck banger of a page.
That's a great stinger.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
So
man.
like it's definitely one of those things where I was like, well fuck, I wish I had all 5 of these issues, but I also know I'm just gonna get the trade at your table at Heroes Con, which of course
Yeah, if anyone would like to read all 5,
table
Yeah.
211 and 212 at Heroes Con.
exactly.
That's right.
June 13th.
The trade has a different cover,
Oh,
really?
and it's the best
Tasty.
cover, and it's a great thing that Geo did that we actually used as promotional posters at one point. I actually hate the cover of issue 1.
Yeah.
So it was supposed to be on the bottom, and they said,
Yeah, like if you look at the front, there's like a big like black like negative space under him. That's where the logo was supposed to go. It was supposed to be a bottom logo book, which we
That's
thought
where
was
the
sick.
signatures go.
That's where we start signing it. Yeah, that's why we started signing it there, because we were like, duh, this just big thing of black at it. Yeah,
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
So was that just lost in translation with the graphic designer? Or you guys just the communication was just lost, I guess.
said bottom logo books don't sell.
yeah, they were like, no.
What? Everything
Well-
is like front facing though. I don't understand that. Like you see the whole
Yeah.
book on the shelves. Like I don't think it really matters because it's not stacked behind one another. At least at the good shops, it's not stacked behind.
Aren't you
one
just
another.
looking at the fucking art though? Like, isn't everybody
Yeah.
just looking at the fucking art?
Like that looks cool. you know?
We're not getting into that side of it. People don't look at anything and they have no brain cells and they have no idea what they're doing. This though,
My God.
for all comic book creators, mainism. Sorry, make it start with the first half of the alphabet.
So it
Yeah,
doesn't
that's
get
really
buried on the
tough.
shelf. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess we got to stop doing this R&T shit, boys. 'cause,
Yeah. Sorry.
But renowned really rolls off the tongue.
as well as Remise and Time Police, but we're putting ourselves way too far back in the alphabet.
Yeah.
What else to say? I'm excited to sell Children of the Grave to a lot of new people.
Yeah, dude. It's
Hopefully.
gonna be fun.
Yeah. Oh, Manny, did you ever did you ever figure it out with your books from Comics Wellspread?
Yeah, I talked to them today. I had them
Good.
send me like actual pictures of the proof that they had on hand because my proof got delayed with UPS. So,
Okay.
but I gave them the green light, and so we should be getting them before we drive out. So we'll,
Oh,
yeah.
we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens.
I want that
That
book so
anthology
goddamn
alone.
bad.
That
Yeah.
anthology kicks. I'm excited.
But I called
Oh,
them
yeah.
and I was like making sure that it was good and everything, and then the woman on the phone was like, "These books look really good." I was like,
Hell
Thanks.
yeah. Like, dude, I told you. I was like, just threaten a refund, and they'll be like, "Oh, we'll send it right now."
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So I just greenlit it, man. So they're like, "All right." So I emailed it,
Sick.
called them. So we should
Dude,
have something.
Manny's book came out so good. His other one.
Remise.
Remise.
I have a copy for
Do
you.
you have it?
Yeah. Do you see
see.
this shit, Sam? Woo! Woo!
Oh shit!
Shee! Said yeah.
Bro, what the fuck?
I know Manny went fucking sicko.
Oh yeah.
Fucking yeah.
You'll have that there?
Yeah, I'll have some books at Heroes Con.
Let's
For
fucking
sure.
go. Yeah, I want this.
Oh,
Oh
Fuck yeah, you do.
shit!
it's a lot
Show
of
me the cover
fantasy
again.
sci-fi shit. Huh?
I want to see the front again. Bro, what the hell?
It's a digital painting.
Yeah, the
But-
back is also lit.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that. How many pages is that?
It's 60 pages.
Hard. Okay, yeah, I'm there. I want that.
Oh,
That's sick. What
Thanks,
the
man.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
Bro, Manny, dude. What the hell, dude?
Going dummy.
Crazy, man. You're fucking crazy.
Hell yeah.
This is sick. Yeah, I'm so pumped. So everybody will have all their stuff. We'll all be there. We'll all be good, right? No one's gonna be
Yeah.
missing anything. Okay, good.
Yep.
Damn
I just
right.
got
Thank God.
stickers in today too, so I have
Thank
stickers.
God.
Hell
I
yeah.
just
yeah.
got
Stickers.
confirmation my stuff will be here in the mail tomorrow. So
Fuck yeah.
Same. Ours will all get here tomorrow too.
sweet.
Let's
Good.
go.
Manifest.
Pumped for you guys.
And then, of course, more books. All the books.
books.
Look at all these books
All
you
of
can
them.
buy at Heroes Con. I hope your
Yup.
wallet is fat and you've been saving your money up for Heroes Con because you're going to spend a lot of money on all these
yeah.
fucking beautiful books.
That's right.
God damn. Look at all these books. I can't even fit them on my screen. That's how many big.
Do you want to
Fucking
do a
beautiful
thing where it's like if you get every book from the Mouthbreathers tables and the Bad Boys tables, there's a special prize.
We're talking.
we were
about
talking
doing,
about
like
that.
a stamp thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the prize is the people that met along the way, all of us. They got to meet all of us.
All the friends we made along the way.
I don't know. We can throw. Well, Manny, let's throw them like a free print. One of the ones we have printed.
We can. Yeah.
We got a
do
ton
a
of
limited
those.
copy. I'm not.
The like prize, the prize is that the entire Bad Boy table won't beat their fucking ass.
Yeah.
That prize too. Yeah.
Kick your asses.
We're gonna fight you if you don't do it, dude.
I'm excited
Yeah.
for everybody to see the Bad Boys table because Sam went a long way in getting table decoration, and it's going to be.
I hope it works out. I don't know if it's gonna look good. I really want a smoke machine.
There's one at my feet right here. I have.
There's no way.
Bring
There's no way we can let it out. Steranko
No.
will have a heart attack and die.
Just
There's no
bring it.
way.
Dude, the
Just
thing
bring
is that like you can't release smoke from a machine like in a big space like that. You know, it loses its impact immediately.
Yeah.
You want to be in a contained area. You want things to be hazy.
We should. Do you have like a portable speaker that we can just be playing riffs in the background the whole time? I'm serious. Do you have one? Okay. You do that.
Real riff energy.
Jam.
Also, if anybody comes to our table on Sunday wearing a Metallica t-shirt, we will all be wearing Metallica t-shirts on Monday. If you wear
Oh, yeah.
one, you get like a free book.
Damn.
Just so we can talk about Metallica.
You get a free thing no matter what.
If what?
A skullet.
I love. Oh, dude. Please. Please. If you bring that, you can Venmo yourself any amount of money from my bank account.
Alex says he'll bust out a Saint Anger shirt. Yeah, if you
Hey.
bring a trash can and bang on it, I'll give you a free book.
Y'all about to make me act up. Can I give you a hot take? Saint Anger is not that bad.
I'm gonna say Saint Anger's good.
It's not, dude. It's supposed to sound like, because like they had not put out anything in forever, and it was supposed to sound like, what if they just got back into like the fucking garage and started rocking again? And that's exactly what it is, and it's awesome.
If any other band, like if a local band was playing Saint Anger songs and it wasn't Metallica, you'd lose your mind. Like if
You would
some
kill
band-
someone.
I'd murder someone.
You would kill. So I'd be beating ass to that.
If I was somewhere and some guy went tick 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 tick,
Yeah, my lifestyle
lose my
determines my
mind.
death style. Yeah,
Hey.
dude.
Hey Ben, what if someone shows up wearing a blood ritual T-shirt?
pretend like I don't know you.
Oh my god.
You hear that,
What's-
Alex?
Sorry, Alex.
What's
Never pretend like I
before
don't
we
know Alex.
before we close this off, what's everybody's favorite Metallica album?
Kill them all.
Hard answer.
Yeah.
Ride the Lightning.
Hard answer.
No, we don't.
I'm gonna be a bitch and piggyback off of Kev. I like Ride the Lightning as well.
Hard.
Damn,
Hard.
say yours.
It's the Black Album.
Justice.
Wait, your favorite Metallica record is "And Justice for All"?
Is the best.
It is objectively the best music.
I disagree.
Pissed off. They're hammered. They're not having a good time. They hate each
They're
other.
on cocaine. Yeah.
They're losing their fucking minds, and
Yeah.
like, there's no back-end starts that. And also, like, if I ever get married, which no one will love me enough, I want the breakdown for one when I walk out.
Dude.
Gonna crowd kill your dad if that happens.
Mosh
Like
pit.
that.
And Master of Puppets.
There we
Let's
go.
go. We got the whole spectrum.
go.
You know what?
There we
Also, not second, but like is up there. I love Load, dude. Load is so good.
The
King Nothing is such a good
I'm
song.
sorry. This is now Metallica cast.
Yeah.
The band, the biggest selling metal album of all time, the Black Album, biggest selling. They went next album, first song.
Ain't my fucking bitch, dude.
They were like, "Fuck it, that's what the song's called. It's called Ain't My Bitch."
The record is awesome.
Manny and I are
Wait,
big fans of Garage Inc. as well.
Yeah, I love
No.
their cover album, man. It's a fun time.
I'm in the, there's not
It's
a
on my
bad
wall.
Metallica album, but that's
Will you defend Lulu? Because I
Lulu
will.
doesn't count.
I
Lulu's not even. Lulu's not in it.
You want to hear a hot take?
I like Lulu.
You like Lulu for real?
I do. I think it's an intense, depressing,
Yeah.
difficult record to listen to, but I respect it for what it is.
I love
what all the
that.
drugs did to your brain, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
done a lot of drugs.
I
Dude.
respect Death Magnetic choice.
I like Death Magnetic too.
Dude, Hardwired was awesome. Do you remember when we listened to Hardwired last year? Or was it 2 years ago? Ben Roberts.
4 years. That was 5 years ago. That was 2019.
There's literally no way it was 5 years.
We're-
Are you serious?
We were in Raleigh, and then we were driving around listening to Hardwired.
It was great. It was great. It was great.
We tried to go to something, and then we went to the Taco Bell Cantina instead.
Yeah. you-
Oh, on Hillsborough Street?
That's
Dude,
hilarious.
I told my coworker about a Taco Bell Cantina. He's from Texas. He had never heard of them. It's like, have you ever seen have you ever seen those videos on TikTok of like toddlers who were born deaf getting like cochlear implants and they hear for the first time and they're like and they lose their mind? That is the literal exact reaction he had to the idea of a Taco Bell Cantina. He was like, no,
I
no
don't think I've
fucking
ever
way.
been to one. I don't
It's,
think I've ever
you
been
can
to
get
a
tequila in your Baja Blast.
Are you friggin' serious?
In your Baja Blast like Slurpee.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
hell yeah!
Yeah. It's like, we know you're going to take this home and drink hard alcohol while you eat it anyway. Just do it here.
Just do it here.
It's
Hang out.
incredible. It's
Why
incredible,
do you want
dude.
tacos?
And it's also like all the food is a little bit more expensive because they make it like as if it's about to be in a commercial. It's so good.
Ooh, it's pretty food. Pretty taco.
So good. So good.
That was a damn reliable Taco Bell. That cantina is closed
It
now.
was. It's,
Oh, what the hell?
RP.
I can't even go.
That was like
Yeah.
so reliable.
Rest in peace,
Calvin,
dude.
Cat. I'm sorry, Zach.
Is there one in Charlotte? We should go. There is. We should take Ben. I'll buy.
We're gonna.
Dude,
Free crunch
I'll buy-
wraps for all my friends.
That's right. I'll buy condoms for everyone. Let's go.
Let's go.
Hell no, dude. Raw Dog Mob.
Yeah.
No way.
Remember? So, do you remember in sex education when she's not going to listen to this?
You put the condom on the banana.
Hard they like really pushed condoms in like sex education.
Yeah.
Protected sex in your life. Probably an insane amount.
Wait, who, me?
More than I've had.
I've had more unprotected sex than I've had protected sex.
I can count on one hand the amount of times I've wrapped it up.
Oh my god.
Yeah, when you like,
because then you're like, I need to always have condoms, and every time I've ever in my life, I'm like, got a condom, not necessary, and I'm like, okay.
Okay.
it'll change a man. You know what I'm saying?
You know what it is? I always put it on the wrong way, and I try to roll it down, and I realize it's on the wrong. I got it flipped, and I'm like, "Fuck!"
You just trampoline it off the tip. Yeah.
Now I look like an idiot. It ruins the whole
Just
vibe.
throw it away. Like fuck.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Brock wants to know what's a condom. He's a virgin.
Blood Ritual is going
I
to
was
do
gonna-
condoms this year.
Oh,
That's
that's
how
amazing.
crazy.
Hell yeah.
Brian
Can I
is
tell a
doing
condom story?
condoms for his Zomic book.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it doesn't work for me because I've been married forever. So I mean,
There you
I've
go.
been using condoms forever. So whatever.
I remember when I was like 16, and I was going to go buy my first pack. I was really pumped. It was a really big day in my life, and I called my dad because I was the result. I was the result of a broken condom, and I called them. And I was like, Dad, what brand was it so I could avoid that shit like the plague? And literally what he said to me, and I'll never forget, is he was like, oh, dude, man to man, I'm going to be real with you. It didn't matter because I was beating that shit up. I swear to God. And I was like, that's my mom. That's
Respect.
fucking crazy.
Respect.
I hung up on him. I was like, are you kidding me? I hung up on him.
I mean,
It's crazy.
it also gives you some
Son, I
respect for
simply
your mom,
cannot be
too.
contained.
Like your mom
I was
was
like-
that stuff too.
I was like, are you serious, dude? He was like, it didn't matter. It didn't matter what it was. It was happening no matter what.
Oh my
I was like, okay, here we go. Fuck.
Suffering from a medical condition called hypervirility.
It was crazy. Yeah,
Hey,
dude,
better
my
than hypo. Better than
Yeah.
hypo. Right?
it's crazy. My parents were like workplace fuck buddies. It's crazy.
Are you proud of
Okay.
him?
Oh shit.
I'm proud of him. I'm proud of him in a lot of ways. That's probably number one or number two. Yeah. Good for him. Shout out Jeff.
All things and more. You can talk to us at HeroesCon. Nothing is off the table. You can literally say anything.
We're open
There's been
books.
some crazy stories like that to happen at HeroesCon. Ask Austin.
Wait, what? What's on? I gotta hear this shit. What's going on?
That's
Hell yeah.
that's for the next stream.
We got Austin's gonna be our special guest next week. We're gonna talk about Heroes Con.
Dude,
what-
that's a
all the
Heroes
things
Con.
that can happen.
Oh my god.
Kevin Smith and I have
It's the backwards hat. That's what's doing it.
Yeah. That's...
Someone linked the music video to "Kiss from a Rose" in here. That's what we need. My God. Oh,
Wait, I love you all. I can't wait to see you all at HeroesCon and do this again and do this in person.
Yeah, dude.
3 days,
It's gonna be a
3
fun
whole
time.
days.
Well, hold on. Before Ben runs away, so we got to start our plugs. As always, go to your local comic book store, especially if you're in the Greensboro area. Go to Acme. Especially go to Acme downtown if you want to pick up independent books. Right? It's kick ass. So, Ben, Austin, like plug Acme. What's awesome?
Acme Comics is closed for the next 3 days for me.
Not both locations, right?
Closed for the next 3 days for maintenance. But Acme Comics is I'm going to comic book store in the entire world. And it's not just because I work there.
Back.
Just
Percentage
facts.
of it, but it's just facts. We try very hard to represent independent material. We try very hard to represent a diverse amount of material, and come with that great customer service. People who are excited about comics, people who are excited to talk to you and show you something new. Acme Comics on Instagram, Acme Comics Downtown on Instagram. Yeah.
Yeah. And the Acme
The
Cast.
best. I think we have the
Acme
best
Cast.
social media of any comic book store ever.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah,
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
facts.
Love Acme Comics.
Truth. Truth is
Personally,
spoken.
you can find me. I'm Ben Busy, Instagram and Twitter. I don't use Twitter. Sam has never gotten me to use it properly.
Trying.
But maybe after Heroes Con, I'm back talking comics on Twitter. Yeah.
Hey,
I gotta get
I'm
that
not,
boomer
I don't
blood
know
out
if
of you.
this is gonna sway you towards X or Twitter or whatever, but now there's like legit porn on X that's allowed.
It's always
Yeah,
been legit.
that's why I go.
So, there you go.
Where else do you think I get all my RC content?
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah, Acme Comics is lit. Go buy comics.
yeah.
Acme Cast is
Ben-
sick. Listen to that shit on Spotify.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Later this
Do it.
year, responding to something Zach said in chat, ideally, Punks and Panels will be back. A conversation with people in music interested in comics, or people in comics who are interested in music, and the crossover between those two worlds. You can find Punks and Panels on Spotify. Old episodes are there. Sam was my first guest. We're trying to bring it back this year.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Fuck yeah.
That'll be sick.
Looking forward to it.
Hell yeah.
Hard.
Don't forget to pick up Sam's book, Hound,
Fuck, I have that
as well.
over on a
That
shelf.
over,
shit's
dude.
sick.
No, it's over.
Oh, yeah.
That's the,
No,
the,
shut
the
your beautiful
fucking-
lips. No.
The wave is.
I saw Hound at a store in Raleigh.
Yeah.
It's around.
Should've, what, used it as toilet paper, dude.
So good. So good.
No.
But yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sam, I know you've pitched your stuff already, but give us another pitch. What all you want to say to the peeps before we sign off? Here?
Fucking Heroes Con, baby. We got the old, we got the new, we got the boys. It's gonna be the bad boy table is myself, Ben, our buddy Sam, and our buddy Tyler Bedoya. All four people long are gonna be there. We're gonna, Siler is just starting to, trying to get into comics as an artist. Go there. If you're gonna support anybody, support him more than any of us. And I literally cannot wait. I've been thinking about it. It's the first thought that comes into my brain when I wake up. I'm like,
Hell yeah.
next week.
Heroes
is gonna be-
Con.
Yeah, it's
Cannot
been a
wait.
rough week at work, boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before I log off, I'll pose a question to you guys. You guys want to do hard drugs at Heroes Con?
What are you, a
That's-
fucking
oh, yeah.
cop?
All right. Bye.
All right,
man.
we did it.
Hey Ben, see you, Austin.
Hey guys.
Take care, fellas.
See you, dudes.